95% of Americans will never become millionaires. And the number one reason isn't what you think. It's not because they don't make enough money. It's not because they're lazy or unlucky. It's because they're trapped in a system designed to keep them broke forever. Today, I'm going to expose the biggest scam in human history. The debt trap that's stealing your future while you sleep. By the end of this video, you'll understand why you've been lied to your entire life. And more importantly, how to break free and build real wealth. Let's start with a question that will blow your mind. Why does the average American owe $21,000 on credit cards? That's not including mortgages, car loans, or student debt, just credit cards alone. Here's the shocking truth they don't want you to know. The entire financial system was built to make you a permanent borrower. Every single institution profits when you stay in debt. Banks make billions from your monthly interest payments. Credit card companies charge you 29% interest while paying you 0.1% on savings. That's not a coincidence. It's mathematical theft happening in broad daylight. But here's where it gets really dark. They start programming you from childhood. Think about every movie you've ever watched. The hero gets the girl, the car, and the house. Nobody talks about how he paid for it. Social media makes it even worse. Everyone's showing off expensive vacations they can't afford. Designer clothes bought with borrowed money. Cars that cost more than most people's annual salary. And you're sitting there thinking you're behind in life. The truth is, most of those people are drowning in debt. They just hide it behind perfect Instagram photos. But the manipulation goes deeper than social media. Let's talk about why schools never taught you about money. You learned algebra you'll never use. You memorized historical dates that don't matter. But nobody taught you about compound interest. Nobody explained how credit cards actually work. Nobody showed you the difference between assets and liabilities. This isn't an accident. The system needs financially illiterate consumers. If everyone understood money, the debt industry would collapse overnight. So they keep you ignorant while feeding you lies. Lie number 1, debt is normal. Lie number 2, you need credit to build credit. Lie number 3, smart people use other people's money. These lies have created a nation of financial slaves. People working 40 years just to pay interest on things they bought decades ago. Here's a statistic that will make you sick. The average American pays over $600,000 in interest during their lifetime. That's enough money to buy multiple houses in cash. Instead, it goes straight into the pockets of banks and credit card companies. While you stay broke, they get rich from your monthly payments. But wait, it gets worse. Credit card companies hire psychologists to make you spend more. They study your brain patterns and emotional triggers. The reason your card has that satisfying click when you tap it, that's designed to make spending feel good. The reason they send you pre-approved offers when you're stressed about money, they know you're vulnerable and likely to say yes. The reason they increase your credit limit without you asking, more available credit means more potential debt. Every single feature is engineered to separate you from your money. And most people fall for it because they don't understand the game. Here's another mind-blowing fact. Credit card companies make more money when you don't pay off your balance. They want you to make minimum payments forever. A $5,000 credit card debt with minimum payments takes 35 years to pay off. You end up paying over $15,000 for that original $5,000. That's 3 times what you actually borrowed. But here's what really makes me angry. They market this financial poison as convenience and rewards. Cashback cards that give you 1% while charging you 29%. Travel rewards that cost you thousands in interest fees. It's like being excited about getting a free drink while your house burns down. The math never works in your favor. Never. And now with inflation hitting everything, people think they need debt even more. But here's the truth about inflation that nobody talks about. When prices go up, the answer isn't to borrow money. The answer is to spend less and earn more. Most people are still buying things they don't need with money they don't have. Inflation doesn't change the fundamental rule of wealth building. Spend less than you make and invest the difference. But the debt industry has convinced people that borrowing is the solution to every problem. Car breaks down, get a loan, want to go on vacation, put it on a credit card. Need new furniture, finance it for 5 years. This mentality keeps people trapped in an endless cycle. They work harder to afford the payments on things they already bought, never actually building wealth or gaining financial freedom. Here's what the wealthy understand that broke people don't. Debt is the enemy of wealth. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that can't compound and grow. Every monthly payment is money that can't be invested. Every loan payment is a piece of your future that you sold for instant gratification. Rich people buy assets that put money in their pocket. Poor people buy liabilities that take money out of their pocket. But they disguise liabilities as assets to confuse you. Your car isn't an asset, it's a liability that loses value every day. Your house might be an asset, but the mortgage is definitely a liability. That boat you financed for 10 years, pure liability disguised as fun. The path to real wealth is simpler than they want you to believe. Step 1. Stop borrowing money for anything, except maybe a house. Step 2. Pay off all existing debt as fast as humanly possible. Step 3. Build an emergency fund so you never need debt again. Step 4. Invest every extra dollar in assets that actually grow wealth. Step 5. Repeat this process until you're financially independent. It's not complicated, but it requires discipline they don't want you to have. Because disciplined people don't make banks rich. Disciplined people become the millionaires and billionaires. Here's the secret that changed my entire perspective on money. Financial freedom isn't about having more money to spend. It's about having the power to choose how you spend your time. When you're debt-free, you're not working to pay banks. You're working to build your own future. When you're debt-free, you can take risks that create real wealth. You can start businesses without monthly payments crushing your cash flow. You can invest in opportunities without worrying about credit card bills. You can say no to jobs you hate because you're not trapped by payments. This is what true freedom looks like. And the best part? Anyone can achieve it. It doesn't matter how much debt you have right now. It doesn't matter how old you are or where you're starting from. The principles of wealth building work for everyone who applies them consistently. But you have to reject the lies that society has been feeding you. You have to accept that normal is broke, and you don't want to be normal. You have to understand that every wealthy person in history got rich by owning assets, not liabilities. And you have to start today, not tomorrow or next month. Every day you wait is another day of interest payments. Another day of working for the banks instead of yourself. Another day further from financial freedom. So here's my challenge for you. Cut up every credit card you own right now. Stop making excuses about why you need them. You don't need credit cards to build wealth. You need discipline, patience, and a plan. Start living on less than you make, no matter how little that is. Pay off your smallest debt first to build momentum. Then attack the next one with everything you've got. Build an emergency fund so emergencies don't become debt. And most importantly, change how you think about money. Money is a tool for building freedom, not buying stuff. Wealth is about what you own, not what you owe. Success is measured by net worth, not monthly payments. The debt trap is real, but you don't have to stay caught in it. The choice is yours. Stay trapped and make banks rich for the rest of your life. Or break free and build the wealth and freedom you actually deserve. The millionaires watching this video already know which choice leads to real success. Now you know too. The question is, what are you going to do about it?